Hey everyone, this is actually my meditation room. It's the third exam room in my office. I've been told that it has a good energy in it. Supposedly eagle feather and my quartz as part of the healing process. Since I got some time to kill before my next patient, I'm going to go ahead and head over to Jewel, get some more flowers. I always like to have flowers. In traditional Chinese medicine, there's a practice of having the energy of the patient improve by improving the energy of the room or the energy of the house or whatever is surrounding you. It also is practiced in Japanese tradition with arrangement of flowers, arrangement of the room, getting clutter decreased as much as possible. So the idea of me having live flowers in the room, I think it brightens up the day and also makes my staff a little happier. So I got a little bit of something. Gonna have to deal with these. These are pretty good, left over from Halloween, but they'll brighten up the office a little bit. So here's that concept of energy. When you talk about energy with Western medicine, probably get looked at, and my colleagues will probably say, what the heck is he talking about? This concept is usually not accepted well by the medical community because energy seems too metaphysical. Quantum physics deals with a lot of energy, and it's hard to fathom. So in traditional medicine, we're taught about physics, organic chemistry. There's always an answer chemically to the problem. If you understand the problem, you should be able to formulate an answer. And where it has us now is the current practice of Western medicine. And that's usually with prescriptions or physical healing. Now the concept when you talk about energy medicine, or more of an Einstein kind of principle, is usually shunned upon by the medical community because it's very hard to understand, and we don't truthfully study that in medical school. So when I talk about energy medicine and changing the energy of the room and acupuncture, homeopathy, things like that, it's hard to get a general acceptance from my colleagues. I hate to be going against tradition, but I think that's the value of practicing a whole system approach, or understanding about the way nature works, the kind of responses that you can get with... They're excited. Come on, come on, come on.
Happy. Sorry.
Yes, it's okay. She's good. Thanks. Excited little girl. So the concept in energy medicine is to recognize, and the concept when you take into account energy medicine is to just acknowledge that there is an outside force that drives us to do stuff. More so than just saying you wake up because your alarm clock comes on and you get to work because you got to make a living, you got to pay the bills. I think there's more to it than that. Anyone who has looked for their purpose in life sometimes had to withdraw from that standard thinking and find exactly what they were born to do. And then when they can find it, they really feel good. It doesn't matter what the paycheck gives you, it just matters what you're doing and how you're supposed to serve your sense of purpose. And then when you find that groove, you'll dive into whatever lifestyle it is or practice of life it is, 110%, unbounded energy. So when I get flowers, when I make a meditation room, when I get out into the woods, it's to immerse myself with positive energy. Kind of the opposite is to go into an area where you hear a lot of arguing, where you hear a lot of loud music, where you see violence. And that's got its own energy, although it's the individual there that worries about getting what they want. when you have a collective energy and it's all positive, like going to a marathon. There's nothing like the feeling of being at the start of a marathon, even if you haven't done it before or you're not a marathoner, you just want to go. Just so much energy in the crowd. The Chicago Marathon, I just wanted to see if a yoga practitioner might be able to drop into a marathon and complete it, and I did. But I did it, and as the starting gun was set off, you could see the energy kind of approach the crowd as it got to your time when you started moving it. Imagine having that, like now the World Series is going on and the Cubs might win. And there's a lot of energy and positivity, probably a low violence rate or a low crime rate, all occurring because we're all on the same page. Same thing happened after 9/11. The crime rate was decreased for a short time because everybody was shocked into kind of unifying. So same thing can happen in times of stress. Is if you're surrounded by stress, one of the best things to do for you is to move away from those things that do not help or hold you back. Those things that you don't need to get rid of. And when you do that, you can think clearer, you can problem solve faster, you can have better control of your emotion. I always will try to get people to practice mindful practice, is what I say. I usually ask during my intake for wellness exams, what do you do for mindful practice? And if I'm met with, I'm not sure what you're talking about, then I explain the value of mindfulness, mindful practice. We're just dedicating a little bit of your lifetime to that. And it doesn't take more than 10 minutes twice a day. One of my teachers, Deepak Chopra, likes to push 30 minutes twice a day for everybody that graduates from the program. But again, as long as you're practicing something on a regular basis, that's the value. Right now there's something called the 21-day meditation challenge, and a lot of people are doing that from across the world. The objective there is to get the world to change. Anybody that needs it will hopefully embrace it. Those who don't need it will move on. Surround yourself with the best possible chance at sustainable, healthy lifestyle. And sometimes it doesn't have to be with spending on an expensive gym. I mean, I just walked to this place. I forgot the name of it, but it's down the street from my office. Coming back from Jewel, where I bought the flowers, this is a nice pull-off, and I just finished about a 5-minute walk, I think. And it's kind of cool because it's really quiet. It still gave me, and hopefully you, a little bit of 5 minutes of peace. And I think that's one way to, if you can't rearrange the room, if you can't get to a meditation pillow, if you don't have a meditation room, get out to a forest preserve. Everybody has nature, no matter where you are. Maybe in some places of Chicago, downtown Chicago, you're missing it, but you can always get to a sunset. You can always get to a sunrise, no matter where you are on Earth. And that alone should set the night and set the day. Sometimes if you just get to a quiet place, whether it's indoors or outdoors, and observe for about 10 minutes the sunrise and sunset, that's all you need. I would like to embrace more than that, but you have to just do something to start out or jumpstart your lifestyle change, and that might be the easiest thing to do. But there is value in all this. If we can see what I do, and maybe something will resonate and you can find your own way to do it. But the bottom line is that there is always a way. You just have to kind of experiment and embark on finding it for you. For sure, if you're in a bad position or in a bad part of life, just waiting for the change will be one way, but provoking change will be a faster way to get to that sustainable point. Hopefully this has helped. Give me a thumbs up, but subscribe to me for more weekly words of wisdom. Gotta get back to work.
For my ally is the Force, and the powerful ally it is. Life creates it, makes it grow. Its energy surrounds us and binds us. Luminous beings shall we, not this crude matter. You must feel the Force around you. Here, between you, me, the tree, the rock, everywhere. Yes, even between the land and the ship.